So as we spoke last time about the being productive, today we are going to emphasize a lot on another aspect which really helps us a lot in getting success in our career as a realtors. And that important aspect is the communication. So today, let's first of all give a big round of applause.
My name is Sonia Deer. I run a business called Linkfluence, and basically I'm a communications strategist and specialist. So what that means is I help businesses, nonprofit organizations, and individuals turn words into results. So communication is considered a soft skill. But in reality, I think it's one of the hardest parts about being a leader. Sometimes we think we have a great idea, but we don't know how to communicate it well. And so when these ideas get rejected or this information gets rejected, it's usually not about the idea, it's about how it was communicated. Three main hindrances that we have when we communicate sometimes. So have you ever met someone who talks a lot but says very little in terms of value? Clarity. It's important to be clear about our message so that we can deliver it clearly to whoever we're trying to connect with. The curse of knowledge happens when we have a lot of background knowledge or context about something, and we kind of assume the person we're speaking to has the same knowledge. We want to be able to break things down, make them relatable for the people that we are speaking to. Seeing communication as a one-way street. So the most powerful communication device is not the best words or the best voice. It is active and engaged listening.
The curse of knowledge. If you have too much knowledge, sometimes you don't make your communication simple, because you assume or you think the other person is going to understand what you're going to communicate. And the second problem is, why I say too much knowledge is cursed, because you're not ready to adopt and listen to anything. We are dealing with first-time buyers, we are dealing with sellers. Trust me guys, many times I have seen people, they don't know that they need to hire a lawyer to close the deal. Whereas you and me as a realtor can think, really? You don't know you have to hire a lawyer? Yes, because maybe they are coming from the place where it is not a requirement. So it's very, very important aspects of the communication. So you have to communicate not as per your knowledge. You have to make the communication as per their knowledge.
Everyone can be a great communicator, and sometimes certain things that we see as weaknesses can actually be redefined as communication strengths. For example, if you're a little more shy or introverted, that probably means you're a good listener. The best communicators are the ones who are the most self-aware. They dig deep to identify their unique and meaningful connection to whatever they're talking about, or to their job, or to their industry. Ask yourself, what makes your heart sing? So we can break this down here. Maybe I ask you what you do, and you tell me, I'm a realtor. And then I might ask you, what are you passionate about? Naturally, you might say I'm passionate about real estate, the housing market, commercial property, sales, people. That's great, but now let's go a little bit deeper. What makes your heart sing? What makes you get out of bed every morning is that you love helping people find a space that reflects them and makes them feel safe, inspired, and ready to conquer all the different parts of their life, whether that's raising a family, running a home business, whatever it may be.
I feel great when my client calls me after the transaction, that he's very happy with the transaction and he refers my name.
Okay.
That really makes me feel very good. That actually makes me feel like, oh, this is a good transaction.
Awesome.
Like client is happy after the transaction, like he's happy. He already moved to the new place and he's still happy. Like he's communicating with you on these terms that, oh, Kavi has done a good job for me.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, so your client's happiness is what makes your heart sing. That's awesome. Another exercise we can do to start creating our authentic personal or professional brand is called the Essence Objects exercise. I want you to imagine a box, and in this box is a set of objects. And imagine each of these objects is an essence object to you. So what that means is that each of these objects represents one of your fundamental qualities. For example, one of the items in my box from a professional standpoint would be a bottle of Windex. And that's what I do. I help my clients gain clarity through communication so that they can see the bright view, which is their bright future, which is more sales, which is more clients, more revenue, whatever it may be. Does anyone want to share something that they feel would be in their box? What would be something that represents you on a deeper level?
To answer your question, Sonia, I will say an empty box.
Okay, why an empty box?
So I believe in a concept of life which is called as die empty. See, the problem with this world is we all are so full of ideas. So full of ideas, but where do we keep those ideas? In our brain. And many times, or I would say majority of the time, we don't bring out that idea out of our brain. Whereas the objective of life is to die empty. What does that mean? Whatever is in your mind, whatever idea you have in your mind, throw it out. Bring it on the table. Present it to somebody.
This one's useful if you're doing a presentation or leading a meeting with many people. It's called the concept of Area 47. When something is too predictable, you know what's coming next, Area 47 gets bored, it shuts down, you stop listening. When something is too complex, there's too many details you can't follow, Area 47 gets overwhelmed, it shuts down, you stop listening. So Area 47 is a small sliver of the brain that is very important because when it is engaged, it is linked to pleasure. So you get a rush of dopamine when Area 47 is engaged. And the way to engage it is by using the concept of uncertainty. You want to keep your listeners on their toes. You want to keep them guessing what's next. You want to ask yourself these 3 questions. So the first one, what do I want them to think? If you're talking to a client, you want them to think that you are the best realtor, better than all the other ones they've spoken to. What do I want them to feel? Before every interaction, choose one intention word that is going to guide your energy, your body language, your tone of voice. So maybe it's to inspire, maybe it's to reassure someone, maybe it's to motivate. Another mistake that people often make is painting themselves as the hero. When we are working on our communications, we want to let our client play the starring role in the story, not you. But of course, we want them to need you, so you want to play the guide that helps the hero get what they need to survive and thrive. You also want to give your content a soul. We can reframe these dry facts, figures, and statistics as human experience and bring them to life. And here are a couple of ways how. So connect statistics back to your audience. A lot of times I see listings and it'll be things like, spacious 3-bedroom home with large rooms, close to amenities, stunning kitchen with granite countertops and brand new appliances. But instead, let's paint a visual for our clients or potential clients. A short walk to your new favorite ice cream shop, a playroom with space as big as your child's imagination, and a kitchen fit for nourishing your family. So now we've painted an image of where we can take the client and what their future could look like. So I hope that was a helpful presentation. I hope it helped you kind of rethink your perspectives on communication and storytelling and all these things. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. I appreciate your time and your energy. Thank you.
I think if we all just start understanding the power of communication, it can definitely enhance your personality, it can help to grow your business, and it can take you to the next level. So Sonia, great job. Keep up the good work. You are such an awesome